everybody, welcome. It's finally here. The episode that we've talked about since episode 1. It is the video game episode. It might be the first of many because, there's all kinds of video games that we can talk about. We are going to do like little mini clips of us actually playing games because we didn't want to do it as one whole episode. Plus, the editing of it would suck, so, I didn't want to do that. We got a lot of stuff on, you got the Batman from one of the games. You got your Mario hat on. The old Contra figures. I don't know why DDP. Is it because he's in the game?
Yes, he's in a lot of old WCW wrestling games.
We got Mario. I'm an old bastard, so I got,
Yeah.
Do you want to show off the figures that you ended up getting?
Yes, I do. And I want to personally thank you for finding these.
Yeah, well, when you work overnight, you get to find this stuff.
The Undertaker from 1999.
I actually got one for me as well.
I love this Undertaker.
And with the tag belt looks pretty legit too.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they gave him the UFC gloves, which is kind of fucking stupid.
But on the back.
Yeah, I know. On the picture for the back of it, you give him the right gloves, but they probably, they have the mold for those gloves already, so they just threw them on there.
Hey, fuck it. I don't care. It looks fucking awesome.
It really does.
Then, I'm glad you found this. Because I was going to order this.
I know, you were going to order it off of Amazon.
Mr. America, Hulk Hogan.
He was only Mr. America for like 3 months.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool that they're doing that as a figure.
It is pretty awesome.
I do want to, I want to see what his weight belt, Mr. America weight belt is when I go down this year.
Yes.
I'm definitely getting in a Mr. America shirt if he's got him again this time.
Like I said, let me know how much the NWO Hulk Hogan weightlifting belt is, and I'll send you the money for it because I want one in the worst way.
Now that's really a lot of detail, and even the one head where the mask is pulled up because in one match he actually pulled the mask up when he was in the corner.
Yep.
Did he bite Roddy Piper?
Yes, it was Judgment Day 2003.
Right. Yeah. So, what about your Elite controller?
Yes, my baby. I love this from PlayStation. This thing looks fucking awesome.
That's really cool. I like that. I like the white on black. I think that's really cool.
If you want to hold it.
That's weighty too. Like that's.
And compare it to one of their actual ones. That's not a Elite controller.
Yeah, there's a lot more weight to it. Yeah, that's badass. I like that a lot. And we have Red Dead Redemption 2 behind, or is that 1?
2.
Two behind us, the banner. Got a little Lego Star Wars, and you probably can't see Mario and Luigi, but we wanted to kind of mix, because this Baraka is from Mortal Kombat 11, we kind of wanted to mix old and new.
Yes.
But since this, podcast is mainly talking about wrestling, but like we go into other things as well, I wanted to show off some wrestling games. One game that we will be playing in one of the clips, AEW Fight Forever. Yes, it is still sealed. I haven't played it yet, but I will play it eventually. This game looks badass. I can't wait to play it today. This is going to be really cool. I was thinking for the small snippets, we can call it level up or level 1, level 2, level 3 for the different things that we play, and just do a description with them. I think that'll be cool. And before I forget, behind the hard camera, so to speak, we have the original Mortal Kombat movie playing because we like having something playing. It's campy as hell. I think it's one of the best video game movies that has been done. I even like the number 2. If you've ever seen the Mortal Kombat Legacy miniseries they did that they made into a Blu-ray, that's really good too. That's all the Mortal Kombats are on HBO Max right now. So it's really cool to watch.
Well,
those.
now it's called Max, but
and I even enjoyed the Mortal Kombat cartoon from back in the day as well.
Yes.
So, but going back to wrestling video games, the only game that TNA Impact ever did,
and they did it on 2 systems, or no, more than 2 systems, because they did it on the newer when they were coming out with like the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox.
Yep, and I love this game. I thought it was really good for a company that was, I don't want to say so far behind WWE, but they were. I mean, they were a distant number 2, but they were still number 2. To get this game, They actually had a contract to do a second one, but Midway shut down, so that went out the window. So
and they were gonna make it better than what that one was.
Right, but this is a lot of fun to play. I mean, it's even got the Ultimate X match in it. And,
Fuck yeah!
You've got the 6-sided ring, and this is the first appearance of Suicide. The Suicide character was made out of this game.
And like I said, I should have fucking brought some of my collection because I had a Lucha Underground on there. No, not Lucha Underground. It was the Luchador wrestling game.
Oh, you do? That's cool.
Yes.
Nice.
But maybe I might bring it if we ever have a part 2.
Oh, we will have a part 2 because there's so many games, and I have a work friend that wants to come on and talk about games as well.
Right.
So he's well versed in games. The case on this is pretty eaten up, but when I saw this for
did you get fucking hungry?
Yeah, well, it's a fun game, so I thought I'd chow down on it. Def Jam Vendetta.
Yes.
The rappers and all this. This game does not get talked about. This is an awesome game. It is fun to play. The mechanics of it are I always liked playing as a Method Man. I think the Method Man character is fun to play.
Did you ever play the second one of that?
I never played the second one. I do want to get the second one and play it, but I think this was a really cool concept.
That was way ahead of its time too.
Yeah, the story mode in this is really, really good. I think it's something that everybody should check out.
I forget if it was either that one or the second one that Eminem was in. I know he was in one of them.
It had to have been the second one because he definitely wasn't in the first.
Because I know Snoop Dogg's in one of them.
Yeah, this game. I really enjoyed this game, the WCW NWO Thunder. Sometimes the PlayStation ones were kind of hit or miss.
Yes.
But I thought this one was cool. And, what was it? 98. I mean, this came out in 98, but they started developing it in 97.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's got everybody. Perry Saturn and, Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, The Giant, Bret Hart, Sting, Raven. It's got all...
DDP.
Right. And even back then, they were loading 60 wrestlers onto these things. So, that's really cool.
I have it on the N64 and the PlayStation.
Yeah.
WCW Mayhem.
Yeah, Mayhem was a good one because they put that out at about the same time they did the pay-per-view, and I think they did a Mayhem CD as well of music too. So I thought that was pretty
and that one was fun because you could always go in the backstage area, and it was always random what the backstage area was.
You're all about the backstage area stuff. You really
it was fun to fucking beat the shit out of each other in the backstage.
I think my favorite was the No Mercy backstage area. It's like, you throw them through the door and you go out into the hallway and all that stuff.
Yeah. Then you'll love
cool.
The PlayStation 2 stuff of SmackDown Shut Your Mouth or SmackDown Here Comes the Pain.
Oh yeah, I have those too. I don't have Here Comes the Pain. I do have to buy a new copy of Here Comes the Pain. I'm hoping when I go to the flea markets in Florida this year, I'll be able to.
Because those ones were a lot of fun.
And you commented on the original sleeve that I have on this. WrestleMania Challenge for the NES. Yes, I'm old enough to have an NES. Do not store in extreme temperatures. Do not immerse in water. Do not clean with benzene, thinner, alcohol, or other such solvents. It doesn't say don't blow into the cartridge, but fuck it, we did anyway.
But it says it on the back of the N64 cartridges. Do not blow into them. But it's the only way to get them fucking working.
These games weren't great, but for the NES at the time, they were.
They were a lot of fucking fun.
They were. But then... What was your first console? Before I keep going,
the N64.
Yeah,
for all of us.
Right, you're a lot younger than me, so the N64 was.
But the actual first one, because Billy had it, was the NES.
Right, I got the NES first. I actually have Christmas video of me getting it as a kid. I believe I was 7.
Are you gonna post it on?
No,
our
I'm
page?
not gonna. No, I'm not gonna post video of me as a kid getting an NES. But when this came out, when the Sega Genesis came out, I was all about the Sega Genesis. I still bought NES games, but the Sega was my shit. And this game, when it came out, the WWF Raw game, this was my game.
Wasn't that the one that was like the Mortal Kombat games, or no?
No. It was an arcade, just regular wrestling game. But
because they did do a wrestling game. I think it was for Sega, where it was like the Mortal Kombat almost a little bit.
Oh yeah, but this is the first. This had Luna Vachon in it. This is the first intergender wrestling video game, because Luna Vachon could fight the male wrestlers.
And I think that was the only one that she was in.
Oh,
I think that was the only appearance that she was in.
Yep. But this is when the Sega Genesis came out, I was all about it. I mean, this is the original case. Now, this one is not an original case. There is a site called Retro Game Cases that does all. I mean, you would think that was straight off the shelf. I mean, their editing and their printing is
looks fucking awesome.
The Double Dragon games are so much fun, and the soundtracks are so good on these games too.
Yes.
The 8-bit soundtracks are so good. If you have the chance to pick up, not even an NES, you can get the Retron, like Retron 3, Retron 4, Retron 5, where you can play, NES, Sega Genesis, and
which I'm in the process of doing with the Steam Deck.
Right,
is trying to get it to play the older games.
Yeah, for me, it's fun to have the actual physical cartridge. I love loading the cartridge in. But the Retron systems, you can do the one I have is the Retron 3. You can do NES, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo all on the same console. You just use a knob to switch in between, and you can use the old controllers for those systems in them, which is so cool. So if you can find original, NES or Super Nintendo controllers, you can use them.
Exactly.
So if you go to a garage sale and they've got all the hookups and shit, it's perfect.
Or order it right on eBay because they not eBay, Amazon, because they are doing remasters of some of their controllers.
Right. And this one on the Double Dragon vein, Battletoads Double Dragon. This was so fucking hard to beat. I had trouble. What I love, have you seen the videos of these millennials and Gen Z who can't beat the first level of Contra?
Yes.
What? You can't beat you there's a code where you get 100 guys. How can you not beat the first level of Contra? I did it at 7 years old. What the fuck is wrong with you? You can use a smartphone, but you can't beat the first level of Contra. I don't understand.
The fuck, people? The fuck?
So, what would you say is your number one game of all time?
Old school games?
No, all time favorite game.
All time favorite?
Yes.
I would have to say right there, right behind me, Red Dead Redemption 2, because it's most realistic I've ever played of a lot of the games.
That's good.
Especially from Rockstar.
Yeah, Rockstar does good stuff. I got to admit, I really enjoy Rockstar.
And I know which game you love the most from Rockstar.
Yes, it's
Should
right
we show
here.
it?
This is in my top 5 games of all. I will show you what my number one game is. This might be 1A. It's not quite tied, but it's damn close. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The gameplay, the characters, the missions. The only mission I can't fucking stand, and it's not the helicopter one. I do not hate the helicopter one. It's the one where you have to prove to the dude so you can do the bank robbery where you have to race around the fucking city. That mission drives me fucking insane.
Mine is the RC fucking one.
I know, the RC
The RC helicopter one.
That one, it doesn't bother me as much.
That
one where you have to drive, it drives me fucking nuts. This game to me...
Oh, where you have to race around the city with a shitty beater fucking...
car. Yes,
that one too.
That one drove me nuts. But the gameplay, the characters, the music, the talk stations... If you listen to the talk stations on this game, they are fucking hilarious.
Yes, they fucking are.
I downloaded them from Napster back in the day, and they were so much fun. It might have been LimeWire, I don't know, but still, I listen to them at work because they're so fucking funny. It passes the time.
Some of the songs you can find them in their entirety, all still as they are in the game, right on YouTube, because that's how I pull up Grand Theft the one with Laszlo, V-Rock.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they actually made CDs of most of the stations from this game. Like I said, excuse me, this is definitely 1A because it is. I can't say it's a perfect game. It's not perfect. But it's damn close.
I want to say the one that comes in second place for me, and I had the remaster of it on the PlayStation 5, the Definitive Edition, but I also have the original version of it on the PS5 too. is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
I didn't like that game as much. I like it a little bit. I think they got too much into, like, you know, you got
simulation.
You got to build up your body. You got to do all this shit. I like that you can swim. I like that you don't die as soon as you go into water. Some of the missions there kind of bug me as well.
I have to say the one that bugged me the most was the fucking lowrider mission.
Yeah.
Following that fucking pattern and the dance one.
Right.
But I love the definitive edition because they actually moved it over from being the analog stick to the arrows, and they did the same thing for the dance one. Instead of the X, circle, and square, you just use the arrows,
right?
And it made it so much easier.
Yeah, it's good when they change that kind of stuff up. But you want to talk about easy games but fun games? Not for resale, because it came with the fucking system. And I have had this since I was a kid. This came with my original Genesis. I still have my original Genesis. It's actually behind this wall, sitting on a table right now.
Nice.
And I love breaking it out. I'll break out the Genesis before I'll break out the Retron 3 because I love playing this in the old Sega Genesis.
I still got the N64 from when we were kids.
Right. And this was made into 2 tremendous movies as well. The Sonic movies with Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik.
Yes.
I think both of those movies are awesome. The last episode of our show, we talked about NFL Blitz. This is the original NFL Blitz. Mutant League football. The Mutant League games, actually, they're pretty pricey on eBay right now because they are kind of rare. I am bidding on the Mutant League hockey right now because I really want Mutant League hockey. It's up to I think it's up to $30 right now. I'm hoping I can get it for less than $40, but I doubt.
But still, that's not bad because you're still in the price range of what they are selling the games for now.
Right, but when I bought it, it just came with the cartridge off of eBay. I said, you know what? I'm betting Retro Game Cases has the case. And for $10, I got the case.
That's not bad.
It looks legit. It's almost the same exact size. It's just a little bit bigger than the original. I mean, little bit bigger, not much. So sitting next to it. And since I showed it, this is my favorite game of all time. I will never get tired of playing this game. On the plane ride to Florida, I played this game 3 times. I beat the game 3 times. I did it on easy, I did it on medium, and I did it on hard. Hard really sucks. I had to keep going. It was I had to continue a lot of times because it is. But as beat 'em ups go, you have Skate on here, Axel, Blaze, and Max. I play Max a lot because he is a pro wrestler in the game, and I think it's really cool. If the rumors and the reports are true that this is getting made into a movie,
that would be fucking
I don't care
awesome.
if it's the original or if it's this one or if it's the third one, which has an old man and a fucking kangaroo with boxing gloves. I don't care what characters. I want to see this as a movie.
Yes.
The story, if you actually play the game and you pay attention to the story where a mob boss is ruling the city and these guys are fighting their way through the city to get to that boss, you can totally make that into a movie. That story, you can have them going through the city, beating people up to get through, and you could totally make a coherent story out of that. I totally believe that. So this is my number 1 game of all time. A lot of people might disagree with me. I don't care. It's my favorite game.
Exactly. And some people might disagree with me about my favorite game.
Exactly. Now, a perfect game. I will say that this is an absolutely perfect game. I don't think this could get any better, even with updated graphics.
And it was way ahead of its time.
Totally. WWF No Mercy for the N64. It was ported from the WCW games by THQ. When this came over, I played WrestleMania 2000. It was great. When this came out, I went fucking bonkers. I created, and with the memory cards that you could get for the controllers, you could create any fucking wrestler you wanted and just put them on the memory card and move them back and forth. It was fucking great. And I even created characters that, weren't real wrestlers. I created a character called Riptide with the Hawaiian shirt and shorts, and he had the spiked hair and blonde hair, and with no shoes, and so he looked like a surfer. That was the whole point. And he had all high flying moves, and his finisher was the running Liger bomb. I thought that was cool. I mean, I created me in the game. Who doesn't create their self in the game? If you don't create yourself in a wrestling game,
what the fuck?
Yeah, why even buy the game? You got to create yourself.
A lot of the old games I used to create myself.
Yeah, but to me, this, I don't know about your opinion, to me, this is absolutely a perfect.
It is perfect.
Perfect. Even the music at the beginning of the opening video, the story modes, where if you lose a match, it takes a right turn and you have to do something else. You got to win a certain belt. The way you unlock people in the Royal Rumble, I think it's fucking perfect.
And there's still people going through season mode on that.
Oh, still. Yeah. Yep. And if the AEW game is anything like that,
it is a lot of fun. Dude, they have some of the WWE entrances and stuff.
That's really
and
cool.
Taunts on there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Actually, my cartridge isn't even in here, I don't think. Yeah, so but I'm sure I have it in a box somewhere because I do play it.
Are you sure it's not in your Genesis?
No, it's not. No, I know it's not because I saw the Genesis when I was walking in here. What is your favorite old school, taking the N64 out of it, what is your favorite old school console?
Old school console? Probably the NES because of the Friday the 13th video game. Have you ever played that one?
That's a frustrating as fuck game.
It is very fucking frustrating. Another one is Nightmare on the Nightmare on Elm Street one.
Yeah, I didn't like that much either. The NES has some really, really good games.
Yes.
There's an obscure game that not a lot of people talk about. You might want to look at this too. It's called Caveman Games. It is cavemen doing Olympic events. It is a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. Like, instead of tossing, like the shot put, they're tossing a fucking boulder.
Nice.
It's, pole vaulting. It's with a big fucking stick, and the javelin. I think it's a really fun game. There's games like River City Ransom that I think are a lot of fun. All of the Double Dragons I think are really fun. Battletoads is fun. There are a lot of games on the NES and the Sega Genesis that you can get pretty cheap that are a lot of fun. And if you pick up you go to a garage sale or something and you find an obscure game cheap, really cheap, buy it.
Right.
If it's a couple dollars, what do you lose? You can actually find a really fun game.
Exactly.
Or if you don't know, take your phone out and go on YouTube and look up a review for it.
Exactly.
You can pretty much any game you that is out there, you can find a review for it on YouTube.
You been having fun with your coin over there?
I am. I like this came with the little Mario
yes.
and the Koopa.
I still have to say my favorite game on the NES, the Super Mario 3.
Super Mario 3 is my favorite Mario game of all time. That is. The map, I like the map structure to it and everything, and of course I have the Tanuki suit Mario on my arm. This is my favorite one. I like the one where he's like a red raccoon is okay. This one I like more, so that's why I got it as a tattoo.
Speaking of tattoos, I got myself a new one.
It does look badass. I have to admit that he did really good work.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And for you people that don't know, it means warrior.
Because, yeah, you're such a badass, but,
I'm a badass, don't you forget it.
Right. So, all right. Other than Red Dead Redemption, what would you say are some of your favorite games?
That one right there, No Mercy. And I'm sorry, but I'll put it over that one. WCW NWO Revenge.
You put that over No Mercy?
Mm-hmm. Because I would love...
That's a hot take. That's definitely...
I'm sorry, but I love the fact that it felt like you're trying to beat your own score and everything.
Right.
With trying to compete against the computer.
Okay.
You always try to compete, beat your own high score.
I can understand that.
I loved it.
There's some games that were more fun as a kid to me, like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. The fighting games felt more fun as a kid. Like I said, I think I said it before on the show. When I went down to the arcade in Florida, I played Street Fighter, and I was like, God damn, this felt a little more fun as a kid. Like doing the combos,
right?
All that stuff. It felt more fun as a kid. I actually get more fun playing the pinball machines now than I do the arcade machines.
The AEW game is absolutely just like that. Pick it up and play.
That's good.
And you will and yes, we are gonna play it.
We are gonna play that. Yes, we are
on my PlayStation 5.
Yep. So what consoles do you own? If you can go through the list, all right. List.
I have a couple of the ones that have all the old school games on it.
Yep.
I have like 3 of them. The N64, the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, the original Xbox system.
Yep.
I got rid of the Xbox 360s though. Those ones were junk.
6Ds. He said he had more than one. You hear that?
I had 2 of them. I couldn't stand them. Either one of them, I had to beat the shit out of them just to get them to work. A PlayStation 5.
Okay.
The Xbox system that you're borrowing, the X.
Okay.
Or S. It's one of them. I think it was it's the S, the smaller version of the bigger one. And I think I have either it's a Super Nintendo or it's the Dreamcast.
Okay, and you have a Switch too.
Yes, and the Nintendo Switch, and I have the Steam Deck. So
that's right. And the Steam Deck is pretty badass.
Yes, it is.
I really do like.
And I love the Steam Deck because I found out that I can do a PlayStation 2 emulator on it.
Oh, nice.
All so right. I am gonna freaking get some SD cards and do that.
Yeah, I have the Sega Genesis, like I said. I have the N64. I have Switch, and I have the Retron 3. I love the Retron 3. The fact that you can play NES, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis games.
I might look into getting that.
It's you can get them on Amazon. They're a lot of fun. Like I said, you can use the old controllers on them.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know if you can play Japanese games on them. I haven't checked that out yet, but I would like to because there are some wrestling games from Japan.
Yes.
That I would like to play.
The one wrestling game I do have that we did play, something Wrestling Fire, I think it was.
Yeah, because Kenny Omega was on that.
And that was a lot of fun.
That was fun. Even though you didn't tell me what the controls were before.
I couldn't even remember what the fucking controls were.
Sure.
Hey, you kept going, bam!
Yeah,
bam! I kept fucking low blows.
I kept giving you low blows, that I will admit.
And you talk about me cheating.
Right. While I go grab something, what would you say is the most frustrating game you've ever played?
Oh, fuck. It's Evil something. Not Resident Evil. Those ones are fun. It is Evil Within. That game is the most frustrating fucking game I've ever fucking played.
I would have to say that the Friday the 13th game for the NES was the most frustrating I've ever played.
Actually, now you can actually look up and see how to beat the fucking game.
Right. This came in yesterday. I love this. And since we're watching Mortal Kombat...
it looks absolutely fucking amazing.
I was hoping it would be straight yellow, but I like the gold.
That actually looks fucking awesome.
But feel how heavy duty that shit is.
It is.
That's
like the Joker mask and the other ones I have.
Yeah, I've got to fix the gator, the skull bandana a little bit. But I think it looks cool because that's the way Penta has his face paint. But when I saw that it was a Scorpion-style mask with the Mortal Kombat logo, I had to own this mask.
And they just don't have that one, but they have...
They have Sub-Zero. They have a red one as well. I do like the red one as well. I've got to tie the laces better so it's a little bit tighter, but I think this is.
You want me to lace it up for you?
No. I think this is really badass, and this will be displayed on our table next time we go do a convention or something. Because
and
I love this thing.
You know what? I might actually get Sub-Zero so we could have both of them displayed.
Right. I kind of want it next time we do a table, depending where we do it. The guys, the vendors that were directly behind us brought their own smaller tables to put like on the sides. I kind of like to do that to display different masks and stuff so they're not on our full table. I think that would be cool because then we could put real good signs up that say for display only and it won't be taking up our table space. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Any games coming up other than The Last Ronin, which I think is fucking cool? Any games coming up that you're really stoked about? I know
you're going to like it. They have all the trilogy of the Batman Arkham games coming out on the Switch. So now you actually get a chance to play them.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't own another console. Yeah, I would like to try the Batman games.
And if you want to give it a try, I actually have them on the Xbox system. I'm going to let you borrow.
Yeah, he offered to... I didn't even ask to borrow the Xbox. He just offered, so I'm happy to play it on my days off. So.
Exactly, and I play the fucking PlayStation more than anything.
I can't believe that stack of games hasn't fallen yet.
Right, with me going like this.
Yeah, you talking with your hands and me playing with my coin, and that sounded weird, but...
You're gonna go blind.
Yeah, we are gonna do an episode 2 because there are a lot of other games that I want to talk about. I just wanted to show a few off. We just kind of wanted to give a talk about certain games and stuff. So, is there any other games that you want to talk about? You and your Mario hat.
I did love the Mario Odyssey game. That was a lot of fun.
That's the one that came out this year, right?
That came out a couple years ago.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played a Mario game, one of the newer Mario games. Well, I've played a Mario Kart game here.
Yes.
Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
For the Switch. That is a fun fucking game. My friends and I at work have spent many lunch hours playing that game at our job because it is so much fun to play with 2 or 3 people. So.
We played it once. And that was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We played down on the big TV in the living room. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'm going to show off the PlayStation 5.
You go right ahead and do that, because I don't have much left to talk about. I did Steam.
I did do different side plates on this.
Did you? All right.
Yes. This actually keeps the dust out. These side plates do. And it keeps the system a lot more cooler. So it looks a lot different than when you first saw this.
Yeah.
When I brought it over.
Yeah, that looks pretty badass, I got to admit.
Yes.
That's a huge console, though.
It is.
You would think that with them making microchips smaller and shit, that the systems wouldn't need to be that big anymore. They make phones smaller. You'd think they would be able to make game systems smaller as well.
And I do have the cooling base for this, and I also have the cooling fan for the back of it.
Well, you play it so often that you probably heat it up all the time, so I don't...
I want it to stay nice and cool at all times.
Right.
And yes, this game system is my all-time favorite.
That's awesome.
I love that.
We actually have a video game inspired logo that we're going to be coming out with, and we have merchandise. We're going to plug this every goddamn time.
Yes, we are.
cheappops.redbubble.com. We have shirts. Grab the white one. There's still more shirts over it.
You know what the funny thing is my supervisor actually asked me what we go to.
It's wrinkled because it's been sitting here since the last time we recorded. The Double Dare logo kind of... I think this is my favorite one. I think this is the best one we've done. The Seth Rollins ones are cool too.
I still love our one that John Cena stole from us.
Yeah, the G.I. Joe one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can get it on a sticker. You can get our logos on phone cases and hats and all kinds of stuff. I think our stuff looks cool. We're not expecting to make a shitload of money on stuff, but it would be cool if, we see somebody wearing one of our shirts one of these days. I think that would be fucking cool. So we just wanted to get a shop out there so people could buy stuff if they wanted to. I haven't even had friends or family buy stuff yet, and I'm hoping they will. So, we have our social media. I've been trying to interact more lately. I've been posting more memes and more, updates on stuff that's been going on in wrestling, more videos and clips. So.
What was I sent you a meme the other. Yes, the where it was Dominic's body and Rhea's body, but it was Roman Reigns' head and Paul Heyman's head.
Yeah, cradling him. Yeah, that was pretty funny. At Cheap Pop Show on TikTok. We got to do more TikTok videos. We are definitely. We just got a green screen, so we will be doing more TikTok videos.
Speaking of Scorpion.
Oh yeah, the scene with him and Johnny Cage. That's one. That was pretty badass, especially the CGI for the time. That was pretty badass.
Right.
I would love to meet some of the characters from this movie. To be honest.
Get over here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, for the time, that still holds up pretty well.
Yes.
What were we talking? Oh, our social media. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. We're on not so much on Instagram.
You mean your fire breathing Twitter machine?
Yeah,
Twitter.
You turn it into Bully Ray.
Yeah.
On Facebook, you can just look up Cheap Pop Show. I haven't been able to change our actual handle to at Cheap Pop Show. I really got to figure out how to do that. But our handle on YouTube is at Cheap Pop Show. But you know that because you're watching us on YouTube right now. We are gonna. I keep saying we have been interacting more. Is what I'll say. So we're gonna talk about more of our shows coming up. We're gonna share some behind the scenes pictures today of what the whole set looks like.
Yes.
I'm not gonna show all of it because all of our wall, but this is one we've talked about for a long time. It was the more of it was actually playing the games. That was the main thrust of it.
Yes.
But I wanted to talk some games as well and do an actual episode. So this will be part 1 because we are going to do a part 2 because there are a lot of other games that I want to show off. A lot of games that I want to talk about. I kind of just went through my box and came up with some of these.
And I am going to bring some more of my collection because I have a lot of PlayStation 3 games and so still a couple of the PlayStation 2 games that aren't ruined yet.
Right. And when you have them in front of you, it's a lot easier to talk about them as well. So, Streets of Rage 2, favorite game of all time. No Mercy, most perfect game ever. I'm going to reiterate that every goddamn time. Most perfect game ever. Debate me. Yell at me in the comments. I don't care. I think it's a perfect game.
It still fucking holds up.
Yep. So, I don't know if I'll be uploading the gaming videos at the same time as this one. Hopefully I'll be able to because they shouldn't be that hard to edit because they'll be a lot shorter than this.
Yeah.
We have an interesting intro and outro for this video, but you'll see it because you've seen it already. I think it's pretty cool. We think it's cool. And it's our show. So we do what we think is cool.
And we are fucking cool.
Well, I'm not going to go that far because you might think you're cool.
I am fucking cool, so fuck off.
I'm a fat man. I've never thought I was cool. So.
Should we talk about the shirts that we're wearing now?
Oh, yeah. Old school Super Mario. Of course, it's a Walmart shirt. I fucking work at Walmart. I'm not going to tell you which one, but I work at Walmart. I thought this was pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Now, if you look at this shirt on Walmart, tell me that Toad is not flipping you off in this.
He does look like he's flipping you off like that.
Toad is totally flipping you off in this. I never liked this poop brown with the red overalls Mario. I've never understood. I get that you could only do certain colors, but make it... Luigi at least looks okay with the white and green. With the poop brown Mario,
but which is funny is that they actually flipped those colors later on.
Yeah, that's true. They did. But the old school Bowser.
I fucking love Bowser.
But you have Batman.
Batman Arkham Origins. This is my all-time favorite Batman game.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. You can debate me on that one.
I've never played any of the new Batman games. I've never been impressed with the Batman game. I have to say.
Like I said, I do have it on the Xbox system.
Okay.
The only one I don't have on there is Arkham Origins because they don't have it on there.
Okay.
But I do have it on the Steam Deck, and I have it on the PlayStation 3. If you ever want to borrow the PS3 to try the Batman Arkham Origins, let me know.
Okay.
So you can actually try it for yourself.
Right. I just like the older Batman games. I never was impressed with those. A lot of the superhero games for the older consoles I've never been impressed with.
They were hit or miss.
Yeah.
Speaking of the old games, they are remastering the RoboCop one.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I cannot wait for that because it's going to be open world.
Yeah.
And it's a first person shooter.
Oh, sick! That's actually that kind of would be like a Wolfenstein 3D kind of vibe.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool.
Because they did say it was going to be open world.
Yep. If you don't know what Wolfenstein 3D is, you're killing Nazis.
Really?
It's a lot of fun to play. So
that is a lot of fun in the original Doom.
Yeah, it's pretty much a precursor.
Yes.
It's pretty much what it is. I mean, yeah.
The original Doom game. I still fucking play the original Doom.
I know you do.
You can get it right on your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but you want to talk about horrible video game movies? The Rock, that was a shit movie.
Oh my god! I say it was so bad, but I still fucking like it. I still fucking like it.
You know how bad that movie was? The Rock went and did the goddamn Tooth Fairy after that movie. That's how bad the Doom movie was. So he signed that Disney contract after the Doom movie. So just remember that. That's how bad Doom was. Just saying. So you can brag on Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation and Street Fighter. Street Fighter, that's a good movie. I don't care what you say. It's campy. Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guile is ridiculous. But Raul Julia kills it as M. Bison in that movie. I'm sorry, he kills it in that movie. I love that movie. It is so bad. Kind of like the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
It's so bad that it's good. But the Street Fighter one is really so bad that it's good. So I can watch that movie over and over again and never get tired of it. Same with the Mortal Kombat movie.
Just like Ready to Rumble, we can watch that over and fucking over and it never gets old.
I have to say, I can't believe that they never made that into a game.
Right?
If WCW had stayed later, I think they would have made a Ready to Rumble game. Because the Jimmy King character is so perfect for a game.
Fuck yes.
It really is. And you telling me that David Arquette wouldn't do motion capture or voice for that video game? Come on. He loved that character. I'm sure he would have done it.
Speaking of David Arquette, I wonder if he's still wrestling. But on Hulu, you can actually see the movie that he did.
The documentary?
Yes.
Yeah, where he gets sliced open by Nick Gage and almost dies.
I want to watch. I'm probably gonna watch that tonight. And if you want, on our next one, we can both review it together. Okay. If you want to go,
why? What's it on?
Hulu.
I don't have Hulu, but I'm sure I could probably buy it off another digital thing. So.
All right. I'll actually send you what the name of it is, so you can actually.
I know what the name of it is. I've just never gotten around to watching it. So, but
once I found out it was on Hulu, I'm like, fuck yeah, so I'm going to find the time to try to watch it.
If you've never watched any of the Mortal Kombat movies, go on Max, which used to be HBO Max, and check them out. Even the one from 2021, I think was really cool.
It was really cool.
They kind of monkeyed with the story a little bit, but I still think it was pretty cool. So,
and I do have HBO Max. Well, Max.
Yep. And they're to me, they're escapist movies. They're fun to watch. A lot of movies from the 90s are fun to watch. So
I wish that I do love the Mortal Kombat games, but I wish that they would make it open world fight. Like how we talked about this last time. Yep. Like the wrestling games, super like that.
Yeah. I mean, I like side-scrolling fighters too. But yeah, an open world one I think would be actually pretty cool.
Yes, that would actually be freaking awesome.
So, I had Mortal Kombat 11. I never actually played it. And I don't know how I did it, but somehow when I was traveling to Florida, I lost the little fucking Nintendo Switch, thing. So I don't have the game anymore. I never got a chance to play it. So I will.
But look at it this way. All you had to do is connect to the internet, put your card on it. You can get it digitally. Right.
And it actually is pretty cheap to buy the cartridge now because the price dropped on it a lot. I really like this Baraka from that series. I think it looks pretty cool.
You lost the fucking brain that went to it.
It's on the floor here somewhere. I just didn't take the
time. Oh, you mean your brain's rolling around somewhere?
Yeah, well, sometimes it does drop towards my feet. So. There will be a part 2. I've actually had a lot of fun doing this.
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
I've loved showing my games. Check out our small clips of the games that we're going to be playing. Follow our social media. Comment on these videos. We're going to be doing giveaways at some point once people actually start commenting on our videos, because I do have stuff that I want to give away. We're going to get like our flyers or stuff like that signed by people at wrestling shows and stuff to get, to give away. Or we're going to do special 8x10s that are at these shows signed to give away. But people don't comment yet. So once people do, then we're going to start giving them away. And Dave, you comment on all our stuff. You tell us our stuff is good. You might win stuff, but it's not going to be all the time. I'm just going to let you know that right now. And
I've met him, and he is awesome.
And I want to say thanks to your son Aiden, because I know that he enjoys the show too. And I hope he doesn't. I hope you don't care about all the F-bombs. Because we're going to keep doing them, because I have the mouth of a sailor.
So do I. And Mom's been watching the show. My mom. And one of the ones that she works with goes, I don't fucking care if they swear.
See, my parents care if I swear, so I do not do that around them. So they are not going to watch the show unless I make clips where I'm not swearing.
Right. My mom goes, I wish that they would do a little bit more less swearing.
Right.
The one that works for my mom, she goes, I don't care. They're funny.
Yeah. I don't know how. Well, you're just funny looking, but.
Look at you.
I know. I'm not. What are you talking about? I'm like Brad Pitt.
Okay, Brad Pitt.
Yeah. So
if you're fucking Brad Pitt.
No, I'm not fucking Brad Pitt. I'm not. I'm certainly not, because I don't swing that way. But thank you for, saying I might have a chance.
Well, maybe now, because he's fucking old looking.
I still wouldn't, because I don't go that way. I don't swing from that side of the plate, thank you. Not that there's anything wrong with anybody that does, but that's not me. Follow us on social, at Cheap Pop Show. Wait for episode number 2 of the video games, and check out our clips. Follow us everywhere. Twitter, Fire Breathing Twitter Machine. I said it in one of our videos. Twitter, because that's where I post most of our stuff, and Facebook, at Cheap Pop Show. Thanks for checking us out on our video game episode. Cheap Pop's on YouTube.
Game over!
Intruder destroyed.